Stars 100 FM The Pike at 8:31. An old friend joins us on the phone this morning, Mr. Jordan Lavallee Smotherman, former head coach and general manager of your Worcester Railers. Jordan, good morning.
Good morning. How are we?
We're doing fine, and how are we?
I'm doing great. I'm back on the air with you guys after a little hiatus. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so just to catch people up, Jordan Lavallee Smotherman, he was, you were the captain, you were a player for a long time on the Railers, and then you became head coach and GM, and then you took an opportunity in Austria, is that correct, in Innsbruck?
Yep. That's correct, yeah.
It was the Innsbruck Sharks, is that right?
Yes, that's exactly who they were.
Yeah, and so now you're back in the area. You got a call from the Boston Fleet, one of the teams in the Professional Women's Hockey League, and what are you doing for the Fleet these days?
So I'm one of their assistant coaches. So I'm their forward coach and running the power play and working on the fun side of the game there, scoring goals. Nice.
And last year. I'm sure you know, but if people don't know, last year they were so close making it into the playoffs. It was a tie between them and I think, was it Montreal? And
it was a crazy finish to the year in the league. I think there were like 4 or 5 teams that were a point away, or within a point of each other going into the last game of the season, the last night of the season. And they ended up losing out, which is a very familiar feeling for myself as a former Railer and a lot of Railers fans.
Yes.
So I felt their pain last year for sure.
I'm sure the pain is a motivator this season, though. I'm sure you. I mean, they must be.
It
they
definitely
must be just,
is.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, there's a lot to prove. I mean, from going to the finals in their first year to just missing out in that second year, and being in a city like Boston, a city of sports champions, there's definitely a chip on the team's shoulder, all the way from front office staff down through all the players. So it's been a really fun atmosphere to be a part of to start the season.
Well, the season this year starts at the Tsongas Center at UMass Lowell. And it's a 1:00 game up there on Sunday. And, I think the biggest question is, are there any differences in, like, say, the rules between the NHL and the PWHL?
So there are a couple rule differences. They actually have a couple awesome ones, I think. They found some ways to try and encourage some more scoring. One of the really cool rules that they have is if a team takes a penalty, they're not allowed to change the players that are on the ice. The players that are out there have to stay. So they're either tired or maybe they're your players that don't penalty kill often. Maybe it's 3 forwards and a defenseman because a defenseman took a penalty. So the first 20 seconds of a power play now becomes very important to get possession of the puck and try and score because you're maybe playing against tired players. And another rule that I really enjoy is if you score a goal while the other team is on the power play, your player is released from the penalty. So if you score 10 seconds into your own penalty shorthanded, your team goes back to full strength.
Oh, nice.
They call it the jailbreak rule. So it's encouraging some shorthanded scoring and taking some chances. So they have a few little rules like that I think have made the game very exciting.
Did they let them fight a little more? As opposed to the NHL or any men's hockey league, that's something people seem to miss.
No fighting per se, but the game is very physical. They've built in some checking, whereas women's hockey traditionally didn't have that. It's made the game very exciting, and I know the players love it. They really enjoy being able to use that physicality. And I had my first taste of it this weekend. We had 2 preseason games up in Montreal, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
You've coached, as we mentioned, in Innsbruck, Austria. You've coached here in Worcester. Have you coached anywhere else?
I had a little taste of a player assistant coaching job over in Belfast in Northern Ireland in the UK League, but that was it.
So you've got some coaching experience. Is there a different? Do you have to coach women differently than you do men, or is it just all the same? You go in there with the same strategy, same motivation.
Same exact game. Same puck, same ice. It's been very familiar going into the locker room, and just the way you can interact with the players, what you need to teach on the ice. None of that stuff really changes. It's very much the same game.
And I know you're just you're assistant coach, but when observing you coaching here at the Railers, sometimes you had some choice words for your guys out on the ice. Do you do the same thing with women? Do you start just getting on their case out there like you did here in Worcester?
Still just as intense.
Yeah.
But I think I've learned over the my experience in coaching here is that you need to manage players differently everywhere you are, and it's very important to coach the personalities of the players that you're working with. And I did learn that that and it comes out at the right time. It's not an all the time thing. It's a specific time thing. That you need to find those intense moments. But no, I have not noticed much of a difference. It's still a great atmosphere. You're still dealing with, in my case, some of the best athletes in the world. We have Olympians on our team, gold medalists on our team. So some of these athletes are the best at their craft in the world, and it's just an absolute pleasure to be able to show up and work with people like that every day.
You can go to PWHL or the PWHL.com. There's videos up there of the action all over YouTube. It's just as intense and exciting as NHL action. And then last year it seemed to really take off, especially here in the Northeast. They were, they had a lot of full arenas up there. So we're looking forward to Sunday for the home opener. You guys are taking on Montreal. Is there a Montreal-Boston thing going on, like, say, with the Bruins and Canadians in the PWHL?
I got to be honest. I felt a little bit this past weekend in the preseason games. They were physical. They were rough. There was a little something in the air. So there definitely could be.
Did any of the ladies on the Montreal team call the police for a hit or anything like that, as they're known to do?
No, nothing like that. But there were some big hits this weekend. So,
okay.
It'll be an intense first game playing the same team for the third time in a row.
Well, if you want more information, go to the PWHL.com. You'll see tabs for all the teams in there, including the Boston Fleet, for which Jordan Lavallee Smotherman is the assistant coach this year. It's good to have you back in the area, and it's good to have you coaching on a still very new league. But it was great last year. I'm sure it'll be a lot better this year, especially the intensity after last year's playoff disappointment. So, Jordan, thanks a lot for talking to us this morning. We really appreciate it.
No, it was awesome to be back on with you guys, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Yeah. What, do you have time during the season to go out and play a little disc golf, or are you just too busy?
For you, I absolutely do.
Awesome. We got to get together and throw some plastic. This is what a great
good. I look
athlete.
Forward to it.
Jordan Lavallee Smotherman, I take him out for the very first time disc golfing. The guy throws like a 350-yard drive, and I was like, well, this was a big mistake. Pro athletes, man. Seriously. So, we'll get out.
I think I still got a 6 on that hole, though.
Yeah. Hey, whatever. It was a nice drive. All right, man. Well, hang on here a second. That's Jordan Lavallee Smotherman. He is the assistant coach of your Boston Fleet. Their home opener is this Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Tsongas Center in UMass Lowell. They switch off between the Tsongas Center and the Aganis Arena. Again, you can get the whole schedule up and all the teams at the PWHL.com. If you missed any of this interview, we'll have it up immediately after the show.